everybody. It's good to see you. You look so nice today. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the channel. Today I got some packages in the mail, and I want to talk about some of them. In fact, one of them has 2 books. I'm going to show you one of them now, and then I'll show you the other one later. How's that? Anyway, this package I want to talk about today comes directly from the United Kingdom. FedEx did the deal, delivered it to my house today, and I want to show you what I got in here. One of them is Jaws by Peter Benchley. There was a winter collection release recently. Somehow Jaws was on the list. Not complaining. I dig it, man. I dig it the most. I dig it enough that I bought it. I got it coming in along with another book, which I'll also show you here later on. But anyway, let's open this thing up, take a look, and see how it goes. Not too long ago, I guess maybe last year, 2021, I can't recall now, Suntup Editions released Jaws, and I pre-ordered a numbered edition and an artist edition. The artist edition is here. I also was able to get a advanced review copy of it from Suntup Editions. I picked up a first edition from a used bookstore last year also. I was glad to get that. And anyway, when I saw that the Folio Society had Jaws, I had to mash them buttons and get one on the way. I couldn't wait, so I got one coming, and here she is. It took a little longer than normal to get this package to me. Folio Society got it shipped on time, shipped it quick. So they didn't delay. And in fact, it seems like their royal carrier, whoever they use, got it to the United States on time. But it sat in customs, according to FedEx, for a while. It sat in customs for a long time. Finally, it got moving, and here it is today. I had to make arrangements to have somebody pick it up, and they stuck it in the mailbox anyway. So anyway, it's here. Don't complain. But I'm always a little bit nervous when books come in the mail from the United Kingdom. You never know how much abuse they took along the way. Not necessarily the United Kingdom specifically, but it's a long trip. All sorts of bad things can happen in the meantime. Justina packaged me up. Let's see how she did. And let's see how my stuff arrived. So there's a little slip from the Folio Society, and lots of this. I don't know what you would call it. It almost looks like a wasp nest that the wasps might build on my porch, but it's cushiony, and hopefully it was cushiony enough to get my stuff here. So let's get this out. How cushiony it is on the bottom, not a lot of cushion on the bottom, but we'll see. Hoping for the best. So what I want to show you right now is the Jaws, and then I'll show you the other book at a later date. Okay, so there was a whole lot of unwrapping. Lots and lots of this stuff protecting these books. And at a glance, before opening anything else, it looks like we may have survived the trip. I don't see dinged corners on this slipcase anyway, so here's the way the book came, wrapped in this type of crinkly paper. I'm sure there's a name for it. I'm also sure I'm just not smart enough to come up with it off the top of my head. But I didn't buy the paper. I bought this right here. And that's what it's going to look like sitting on my shelf. So, looks phenomenal. The black, the gray, and the red look so sweet, so nice. And here is the blocked slipcase. The picture of the shark really does it nice, really does it justice. It feels like paint. I don't know what it is. It feels like it's painted onto this paper slipcase. It looks very good, and I'm excited to have this one. The Folio Society seems to be hitting on all cylinders in terms of style and design the last few years. I've picked up quite a few Folio Society books that I really like. It seems like they get better and better in terms of style and design. And this front cover looks, to me, phenomenal. Flippin' phenomenal. Let's see if I can do something with that. And it's illustrated by Hook Young Kim If I'm saying that name wrong, I do apologize. But I love the design. I love the cover. They call it printed block and soft touch laminated paper. So right now, just give it a touch. It feels neat. It is soft touch. It feels strange. I couldn't describe it. They say paper, but it doesn't feel like paper. Soft touch, I don't know what kind of materials they use for it, but it just feels nice and it looks so nice. There's supposed to be a lot of artwork in here, and I saw quite a few people online that were iffy about the artwork. I love the cover. I love the slipcase. Let's take a look at the interior illustrations and see what we think. I'll figure out what I think. You figure out what you think, and we'll go from there. So one of the neat things about this book right now, buying it right now, is some of us care about first printings. Some of us don't. And I can understand why Folio Society collectors, why many might not care if a book is a first print or an 8th print or what have you. But this one specifically says first print. And I started collecting a long time ago, collecting first editions. And I figured out first edition, first print was the big one, the good one, all that kind of stuff. So I got interested in number lines. I got interested in finding the first prints. And even though this is nowhere near first edition, first print territory in the grand scheme of things, I still like to see that first print or that full number line on a book, a special edition, on a limited edition, or something along those lines. To me, it's just a little bit better. So I've got Folio Society books that are later print runs, and I don't just say, those books, I don't care about them. But if I can get a first print, I will. And I'll pay a little bit more for a first print. Not a ton, but I will pay a little bit more. So ordering these directly from Folio Society right now, you get to order and get a first print without paying any kind of additional secondary market prices. Let's take a look and see what kind of artwork we have, what these interior illustrations look like. And the artwork is, I can see both sides. Some people say great, some people are underwhelmed. I can understand both sides. It's a style, man. It's a style, and I like it. So far what I see, I like. You're not going to hear a complaint from me about this artwork in the least. I do like it. It's neat. It's beautiful. And there's quite a few. I don't know why, but I find myself sometimes surprised as I'm flipping through Folio Society books at how many illustrations I end up finding in these books. But they tend to do that. A lot of artwork. Illustrated books are special. It's a little bit something extra, something beyond the norm. And you pay a premium for books like this. You pay more than you would for the typical trade edition from a bookstore. And naturally, if you're going to pay extra, you should get extra. And so some of the extras include illustrations, and sometimes amazing illustrations. Some of the extras include quality, like a slipcase that I showed you, like nice stylized covers. Also, I don't know if you can tell, looking at the binding, a nice sewn quality binding. But you're getting extra stuff. You're getting more for your money. And the Folio Society is one that I like. I'm a fan. Right now I've got dang near a whole shelf of Folio Society books, so I dig it. So this book does include an introduction from Benchley, and people will ask me about the size of the text and such as that. And so I'll show you a little bit of what you see here. And I want to say slightly small text size, slightly small, and a little bit extra on the margins, but that's what you see. The paper is pretty bright, not completely stark white, but pretty bright. And that's it. This book looks great. Glad to have it in my collection. Excited. Like the book Jaws. A lot of folks have bashed the book over the years, and I don't think very many people will argue that the movie surpassed the book in many, many ways. But I really like this book. I really enjoy it. And I can see some of the things that people dislike about it. And I see a lot of things in it that I love. So it's got parts where it's almost like if they cut this little section out here, the book would be a lot better. But excellent book. I really, really like it. And I recommend it. You get a chance, check out the Folio Society. Maybe you can get you a first print version of Jaws by Peter Benchley. Thank you for your time. That's all I got to say. I can think of no more lies to tell. So, c'est la vie, baby.